A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're underway in Atlanta. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Going deep right away. Big gain downfield. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats here, Brock. While they're waiting in line, got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
And I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooted for the explosive touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. We knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense.
On the jump.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go.
Man in motion here. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go right back to Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Tracy once more. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Yeah. School meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there, 3rd down coming. Williams set to pass. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
A handoff to Tracy. And that hit stops him in his tracks. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward was getting off the field.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Let's go now.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Buffalo 18. Check go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
No connection on the last play, and out third down.
Come 19. Come 19. Go.
Daniels now. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. It's fielded at the 14. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And it's going to be Vikings football. They're out and set, first and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. He's out in the clear. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up first and 10 from the 40.
Go. 18.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Caught, Cooper Kupp makes the play. And they get this down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They have themselves another first and 10.
70 Lions. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
On the set.
Offense to the line for second down.
6 the Eagles. 6 the Eagles. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Williams. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it deep downfield. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 41.
Cougar 19. Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now Daniels off the play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And that'll bring up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing now, Daniels. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion left. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. Keeps on moving into the red zone. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings tie things up at 14. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here comes Williams on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
18, Pioneer. Set, go.
To throw, Daniels. Fits it through the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Falcons just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Williams from the gun. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Coming left is Tracy. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Falcons go in nickel to defend this 3rd down play. Williams will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Falcons will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Breaks through, and he might break away. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take a 13-point lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Williams on the play action. Getting out to his left. That hit affected that throw. And it sails out of bounds. Incomplete.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that. Get out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Williams to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. To throw is Williams. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. The Vikings pushing for a score before the break. 1st down, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today. You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd down. Here's Williams. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Okay, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So now it's going to be third and long.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Williams with third and long. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Daniels on first down. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now.
70 range, 70 range. Nineteen tight.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Lining up now to try the extra point. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Here we go.
First down throw by Williams. Neighbors with a catch. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
On the jump.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Blitz coming for Williams. He's got it near the 8. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings chop some of the lead off before the half. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive.
60 Maverick. Here we go.
On first down, here's Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get more points to end a lopsided first half. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. This taken from the 12. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The give to Tracy up the middle. Up the sideline past the 25. Along this sideline past midfield. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings cut the lead by a quarter, down out of 21. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Mustang 19.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Come on, set. Come 19, come 19. Ready?
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Set.
Working from the gun, Williams. Jump off caught by his back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. It's Tracy on the carry. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They run. Here's Tracy. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Off the play fake, Williams. Finds a man right side. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
70 Lions. Let's go.
Running right, this is Carter. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the hit wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Falcons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
From the gun, it's Daniels. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump play. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He's looking deep once again. That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons continue adding on to that lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Chooses to bring this one out. Return lanes don't open for him. He stopped shy of the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Cup on the catch. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Running this with Tracy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Vikings have it to start the 4th, and given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. All right, here we go. Second down.
Trap 60, ready?
Williams from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
He lofts it deep left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Big gain downfield. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. First down, Williams. He finds Johnson. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Fits it through the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And this one does not go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Okay, ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go.
To throw, Williams. A quick throw, he's swatted away, incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there, and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Third down, here's Williams. Forced out to... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Butker knocks it through. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Return coming from the 6. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warrior 70.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He lobs it deep middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Shut up. Dragon 60.
Daniels now. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Wk1 with the pick. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to...
And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return starts at the 3. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31.
Come on, set. Check. Check, go.
Daniels from the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Go.
To throw, Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
19 tight. Let's go now. Ready?
Now Daniels to throw. That's complete to Musgrave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On first down, here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons looking like they'll start this season with a win.
Okay, break.
They've got first down from the 31.
Mustang 19, Buffalo 18, Stephanie. Hut.
Again, Daniels to the air. They left him wide open. It's complete. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Falcons keep running away with this. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons tack on 7 more to their lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Vikings making the scoreboard look a touch better. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. McPherson at the point after. And this kick was just mishit. It is wide left and no good. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here comes Williams on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And in great shape after that return, he's across the 35 before going out.
Got it. Ready?
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Go! 79 Bronco. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Tight end going in motion here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They get 27 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60. Check go.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Out wide, and it's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go.
Working from the gun, Williams. And they pick him off again. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warrior 70. Ready?
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down. Williams from the gun. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Let's go now. Track 60.
Here's Williams. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
70 range, 70 range. Tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Daniels on first down. Touchdown, Atlanta! So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Okay, ready.
All right, one more snap to play here.
Go.
One final shot here. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.